Hi, Rob. How are you?
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Of course. I'm excited to talk to you. The movie was really fun.
Thank you very much. I'm good. Thank you for watching it.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Alyssa. I'm a writer for The Nocturnal, and I watched the movie. It was so adorable, and I had a few
Thank
questions for you about it.
Sure.
Of course. So I feel like this is the year of family comedies, like with an extra emphasis on including family. And I
Yeah.
thought it was so fun that you included your daughters in this project. And I wanted to know, what was it like directing them? And, how did you come up with the idea to include them?
Well, it was my daughter was saw us writing something, and she was kind of, "What are you working on?" and she kind of knew. We told her what the idea is. Well, who's going to play the girl? And I go, well, I don't know. Who do you think would be good for it? She said, I would be good for it.
Mhm.
And so we started working on some of the scenes. We literally worked for about 9 months practicing. My favorite scene that we do in the movies, like when it's really nice because there's daddies and daughters in movies, but this is a real daddy and a real daughter in a movie, and she's 8, which was such a precious age. And there's a scene that we practiced where literally we're in bed looking at the stars, and when I'm kissing her goodnight,
Yeah.
and before she goes to sleep, and then I said, I love you all the way to that star and back, and then she would do something, and then we'd joke around. And it was really precious. And by the time we got to shoot it, I would just forget about the cameras and just it's like when me and you before you go to bed, me telling you how much I love you. And that really has nice, sweet moments in it. And I wanted to make a movie that my kids were allowed to see, frankly, because my wife they won't let my kids see any of the movies I made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But it's nice. It was like authentic. It wasn't even really like the characters. It was like just you guys in front of the camera. And that's really,
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get. I mean, I love Italian movies, and this is the closest to an Italian movie I've ever been able to make.
I like that. That's fun. So your character, Larry, he reminds me of all the dads in comedies, who, like try and make home improvements themselves or like, try and saving money. Um,
Yeah,
why did you want to create such a quirky character like that?
I think a lovable loser is always. I mean, if my characters, if I had to say what any of the characters I played, it's always I want anybody who watches movies to go, well, my life's not that great, but look at this idiot. Look at that guy, Rob Schneider. He's got real problems. So that kind of works in the same way. I mean, if you go back to the beginning of movies, Charlie Chaplin was this, lovable vagabond or homeless dude or whatever, just trying to survive, meeting crazy people and figuring out a way to do it. So that's somebody you can always root for.
Of course. Yeah, I agree with that. And I love how your character, I back to that authenticity thing. I love how your character is always standing up for his daughter, especially like she's going through a hard time at school. And I mainly enjoyed that whole premise of, doing something for your kids, no matter how hard things are for you or, not wanting to disappoint them. Why did you think that was a story that was important to tell?
Well, I want people to, whether you have a lot of money or a little money, it's really not about it's not about the money. It's about the time that you give to them. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't spend if you don't spend the time with your child, that's what they really want. So, and I think you can make something special no matter what. And this guy who has such a big heart and loves his kid so much, he ends up he ends up giving her the trip of a lifetime, which is what you can do in movies. You can give people hope, and you can in 90 minutes you can give them a real ride, a roller coaster ride where you're laughing and tearing up and having giving an example of what I guess some universal truth in there is you'll do anything for your kids, all of us, unless we're a complete cretin. Give your kids everything you have. Why not? What else is there? Your kids are your real wealth.
Yeah.
That's your real treasure. There's no car or home that's ever going to be like that beautiful little smile. A home doesn't smile, doesn't laugh. You can't hold it. well, you can live in it, but that's what's, I think if people get that from the movie, I feel like I've succeeded.
Oh, that's so great. And I also saw the message of, inspiring kids and their families to keep following their dreams and not give up. Why did you also want to tell that story?
Well, what better thing is there? You know, I mean, there's so much in our culture about making money. There's so much in our culture about what other people define success as. But you can live a long life doing something you don't love. How horrible would that be? Much better to live a short life doing something you enjoy and you love. And you'll find enough people interested in what you love to make a living at it. There'll be a way to do it. Um, it's it's finding that it's taking the cultural expectations down, and just following your heart. And I hope that that's the message, because I think it's important to hang on to your dreams, even if they're crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's so important right now. Well, Rob, I really appreciate your time today, and it was so great talking to you.
Thank you, Alyssa. Thanks for your time and your questions.